Hello. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about my PPA letter. Remember I told you in the first video that I was shocked, that God shocked me. I was thinking God is going to post me to a better place. You know, as per God, you asked me to stay now. So I expect you to post me to a better place, at least the capital of the state, which is Cross River State, which is Calabar. So I was expecting God to post me to Calabar. Guess what? Welcome back. So I was posted to Obubra local government. Obubra. For those that served in Cross River State, you will know where Obubra is. You know what I'm talking about. When I say Obubra, you run away. Obubra is actually the orientation camp local government. That's the orientation camp local government. So the truth is, I knew I would be posted to that same local government, Obubra, because during the orientation programs, on one of the days I remembered I had a strong feeling in my spirit that I will be posted to Obubra. So I already cried all my cry. I already cried all my cry, and I was like, why would God post me to this particular village? I was just thinking, why would God post me to this particular village? Why would I was now even thinking maybe it was my thought, but I bet it with you. I was very, very sure, if not 100% sure, I was 80% sure that I'll be posted to Obubra local government, the orientation camp, even before I received my PPA letter. Now, the thing is, what if I was not later posted to Obubra? I would be shocked actually, because I felt it so strong in my spirit that I'll be posted to Obubra. Lo and behold, when I received my PPA letter, I saw it Obubra local government, Ofodua Adon community. Um, Time ethics school, yeah, that was where I was posted to. So on that day that we'll be leaving the camp, I looked up, I looked down, mo okay, mo wole. I was like, wow. So I was left with, should I disobey God? Should I obey God? I was left with my thought. I was left with my decision. I mean, God was actually looking at me in heaven. Let's see what she's going to do. Let's see how she's going to make a decision. Truthfully, I was actually at the edge of disobeying God, not because I was willing to disobey God, but because of the things that I already had in my spirit. I was like, I think God want me to relocate to this so place. So my parents called me. Okay, before that time that my parents started calling me, that rotation morning, everybody must leave that camp on the last day. Everybody must leave the camp. So the SCCF family came, and they carried us to the family house in Obubra, that same local government. So they carried us to the family house. When we got there, they welcomed us with love. They welcomed us with love, and we're like, welcome, welcome. This place is sweet. You're going to enjoy this place, this and that. I was actually not scared, but I was just feeling disappointed. Not with anyone, actually. I was just like, it was between God and I. I was just like, God, why are you doing this to me? Why have you decided to do this to me? What did I do to you? So I will stay. Are you saying I'm going to stay here for a whole 10 months? I was just thinking. It was not that I was afraid to stay back. I was just surprised, and mixed feelings. I don't even know what to call it. Just as I'm saying it, I don't even know how to place it. I had mixed feelings. But those mixed feelings were from the point of God. God, you and I, what have you decided to do with my life? So I settled down that day. Everybody was saying, this one is strong, oh, you're not even struggling to relocate, you're not even bothered. In my mind, I was like, you don't know what is going on. So I started feeling at home, you know. But the second day, it started to dawn on me. I was like, so I'm going to stay in this community for real. My parents started calling me, hello Jimmy, this and that. Where did they post you to? will you be able to cope in that community? I was like, me oh, I'm not go by. I don't know what is going on. Where the thing, I was actually in the middle of uh, disobeying God or disobeying my parents. I was in the middle of saying yes to God or saying yes to my parents. My daddy said, "You need to come home." My mom was very, very, she was very, very afraid. She was actually very, very afraid. And she was like, "Why will you stay there? Why will you do this? Why will you do that?" So it got to a point. I started um, walking in my emotions. I started. I actually cried. So I was like, I called I called my mentor actually. I called my mentor. My mentor said, just go. That's a wilderness journey. I was like, hmm. So but it did not settle in my spirit because I was struggling to obey God. I was struggling to stay back. Even though I knew God wanted me to stay back in that community, but I was really struggling. I was struggling to the point that I started receiving words as though they were actually God's words, yes, because I've already obeyed those words now. They were actually God's words. But I was feeling as though I'm supposed to do it now. I'm supposed to do it now. So I was like, oh, I'm relocating. I'm relocating. God does not want me to stay here. God does not want me to stay here. So, but while I was in that process, my parents already sent me money for relocation that I should go and work it. I should call somebody. I should do this. They sent me the money and I called one of my pastors in fellowship. It's very, very dear to my heart. So I called him and he said, are you sure it's not flesh that is leading you? Now, when he asked me that question, if I was sure, I would have said, no, it's not flesh. I know what I'm saying. This is it. I could not even answer him. I could not even answer him. So I called my mentor to the some rigs that the people around me were the one that now encouraged me to obey the Lord. Now, what is the lesson there? If I did not surround myself with genuine people, like with people of God, I would have disobeyed God because I was already vulnerable. Because even if you were the one, you saw the community, you wouldn't want to stay back. So I was already vulnerable. Even while I knew the will of God, I knew the will of God. I understood what God wanted me to do. I knew God wanted me to stay in that community because I already saw it even before they gave us our PPA letter. I already saw it that I'll be posted to that community. So when I received my PPA letter, I was not surprised, but I was shocked, and that was it was more like God, so you later did it. God, so you later did it. So I did not really cry at that time. I was just I don't know the right word. So what made me stay back in that community? It was not totally my strength. Yes, they say when we pray, when we pray in the spirit, there's some prayer that the spirit already helped us to pray. Probably I've already prayed myself into alignment of that instruction. But the truth is, it was not totally my strength. It was the people around me, my mentor, my pastor that I called. Is a friend. So I was able to relate with him. My pastor from church fellowship, my fellowship when I was on campus. So it was the one that encouraged me. He was not telling me about, God's words, NYSC, how NYSC is very, very important in the sight of God, how we're supposed to do this and do that. These were the words that encouraged me to stay back. And also my mentor, yeah, my mentor also encouraged me to stay back. As per strongest, so I was like, okay, God, if you really want me to stay back, then you will sort me out. Then I will not suffer. Then I'm going to get the best out of it. So when I later settled in my spirit, when I later concluded in my spirit that I'm going to settle down in this community, it took me a lot. But guess what? My friend already sent me money for relocation. As for a good girl that I am, so I sent it back, but I didn't send everything. I cut it into, I divided it into two. I took a part and I sent the other part to my daddy, and that was it. That was it. That was it. Now the lesson here is that if I did not surround myself with the people of God, even when I already understood what God wanted me to do, because it was so difficult for me to obey, I wouldn't have been able to obey God. But I was able to obey God. I was aligned to the purpose of God. I was aligned to what God wanted me to do. I was aligned to where God wanted me to be at that particular time, at that season of my life. because I surrounded myself with the people of God. And also, I did not think so highly of myself. I did not say that I am the only one that can hear God. Don't forget that I said that I started receiving some instructions, but those instructions were not for that time, they were for the later. And I was thinking that the instructions are actually for that time, as at then when I received the instructions. So I was willing to move out of that rural local government, because I thought that instruction that God was giving me at that time was supposed to be fulfilled at that time. So it was because I now spoke to the people of God around me, the people I see as leaders, the people I honor so much in my life. They were the one that now encouraged me to stay back. They were the one that encouraged me to stay back. So it is very, very important for you as a child of God. You cannot journey alone. You need to surround yourself with the people of God. You need to surround yourself with people of like mind, so that they can, when you are at the verge of disobeying, they can call your attention. They can tell you the mind of God. So that is what I have for you in this episode. Watch out for my next episode. Do well to subscribe if you are yet to subscribe. I mean, it's not going to be nice if you are listening to me. You are learning all these things for free. And you have not subscribed to my channel. So do well to subscribe to my channel. God bless you. See you in my next video. Bye.